Hi guys, I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Turi and I come to this room. Please subscribe and welcome back to my subscribers. Guys, today we're here with a new accessory. I'm so proud of myself. I just graduated. Yeah. So I'm so to talk about today, not the fact that I've graduated, but to give you guys advice, especially for people who are still in uni or for people who are joining uni, like things I have learned in the process. For those who don't know, I graduated with a bachelor's in business and information technology, period. So that's just like a lot of like technology, coding, IT courses and business units. So I'm really proud of myself, bit of a story time. When I finished my high school studies, I don't know if I've said this here before, but like I wasn't so clear on what I wanted to do. It's just like everybody, okay, most people around me, especially like in high school, knew exactly what they wanted to do. They were like, I want to do medicine, I want to do engineering, I want to do this and that. But me, I just like, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling anything. And even like till the time it came to like start uni, I was just like, okay, now I actually have to log in. So I was just like doing my research, and then I came across like this course. Of course, after a lot of like ups and downs, I was trying to decide. But then when I started, I was like, you know what? Let me just start. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, we'll just change. And I ended up like settling well. I'm not saying it was just like, wow, I end up like loving it and it was so easy. There were many times I was just like, okay, so why am I even here? But then it was just like, if not here, where else? So, and for me to actually go through the 4 years of like insanity, I'm actually here right now and I could not be proud of myself. I'm one of those people where when I accomplish something, and let's say for example like now graduated, it's a celebration, yeah, but then it's almost like, well, this is what you're supposed to do. Like for example, you do an exam and you pass. Is that a reason to celebrate? You are supposed to pass. I don't know, but like with all the people around me, like family, friends, my classmates, they're like, wow, so proud of myself. Like the energy is so contagious. So now just like, yeah, it forced me to like reflect back and think about like this journey and how much I've come. Like I remember there are some days where I didn't sleep. There's a time I didn't sleep for almost like 40 hours. It was during like my third year project and it was the day before submission. I didn't sleep. I woke up early the previous day, didn't sleep, and I was so stressed the entire time, and I didn't even like my best work. Ironically. Another like, it's been such a long journey, like now me being surrounded by all this like people telling me they're proud of me and how much of a journey it was. I had, like I said, I had to sit back and reflect, and I could not be more grateful, honestly. Of course, there are some things that if I knew would have made my journey easier. Again, for those who don't know, I am a firstborn.
The ghetto.
I am a firstborn, and when I tell you, being a firstborn will force you to experience things yourself. Like you're thrown into the deep end with life. Like there's nobody there to tell you. And yes, I have older friends, but like, I don't know, I only meet up with, like, they can only tell you enough when you meet up with them. Like our dynamics is that when you meet up is when they can tell you, but it's not like I can, like an older sister where like my sisters casually in the middle of the day just ask me things like, okay, so I'm supposed to pick this unit between these two units, sorry, which one should I do? Or we're having this event, like, like they just casually ask me things. I have no one that I can just casually do that with. And yes, I have my support system, but like it's not that intimate, like the way I am to my sisters. So I feel like there's some things that if I knew would have just saved me a lot of like time and energy, like, and a lot of like running around. So here I am. I feel like this also applies to most people, and I hope this video helps you. Anyway, enough yapping, let's jump straight to the video. First thing to know, when you're joining uni, lower your expectations, like from here to past there. Before joining university, there's this a lot of like anticipation and like, oh my god, I'm gonna be in uni, I'm gonna be in uni. Like there's, despite what people tell you, whether people tell you it's good or bad, you're still excited. You know, like even if you watch movies like Grownish and other things, first of all, those are clear misrepresentations of what university is, especially if you're going to a Kenyan university. You know, like don't even get your reference from movies that are made abroad. Like this is real life. On a casual Monday as a university student, like what will your life be? Like really, really lower expectations. You'd rather go in with no expectations and then just, you know, meet with what you're gonna meet with and just move on from there, other than like going with so much expectation and then just like being like,
so
no, I'm saying
what now?
I mean, it's
is this what people are usually crazy about? So like lower expectation completely completely go with a clean slate. And I feel like for me, that's what I went in with. Yes, I had some expectations. I was just like, should I take this off? It's slipping. Like my braids are down, so it's just like bigger now. But like I'll just keep it on until it really annoys me. Anyway, point is, I remember when I went to uni, I was doing like Bachelor of Business Information Technology. When you hear that, what's the first thing? Bachelor of Business and Information Technology. So you would think this course is predominantly business, but no. And remember once I discovered that, I was just like, should I change? Because now I actually did not know anything going in. Like in high school I did history, geography, and French. I wasn't like doing anything business or computer. I was just like, listen, I'm new. I am new to this, like completely new to this. So that forced me to go in with no expectation, because it's not like I had anything to look up forward to, like, or up to. So lower your expectations is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm not saying it's gonna be good. I just say don't set your standards too high. This is real life. This is real life. Next point, know yourself and always act accordingly. When you reach university, a lot of things happen at the same time. Especially like first year, second year is what mostly carves out your experience in university. Not for everyone, but for most people. So like you go in, there's a lot of like chaos, energy. You're meeting new people, you're making new friends. You guys are going out in groups. Like it's so chaotic. You may end up losing yourself in that process. You know, like you want to fit in. You know, you've made let me give you a perfect scenario of what could happen. You go the first day, you don't know anyone. It's orientation. You end up making friends with the person who's seated next to you or your roommate. So your roommate goes and makes other friends who are bad or who are very I hope we're communicating. I hope you hear what I'm saying. So like you end up there because you don't know anyone else like you can just like stay with. I mean, this is not, you may not even be a party person or like this kind of person or a laid back person, but you're kind of like forced to be that initially because you don't know anyone else. And if you don't know yourself, you won't be able to like pull yourself out of it. You'll just be like, I mean, I'm somehow with the cool guys, so so I'm just gonna stay here. And yeah, I mean, it's so, just know yourself. Just know yourself. Know what you want, know what you don't want, and just be specific and assertive about it. When I tell you, you can lose your mind to friends, listen to me. I'm not lying. I am not lying. Like, friends in university can make you do things that you wouldn't do normally. Yeah. So take that as you will or not. You'll tell us a story, but like, Nimekuon. I've warned you. Next point. This ties back to the point of friendship and knowing yourself, but like peer pressure in uni is a real thing and a real problem and a pandemic. Like, I don't think there's one person who's gone through university without experiencing negative peer pressure. We have, President General, Officer General, like, if it's so real, and if you experience it, at least, at the very least, even if you succumb to it, at the very least, acknowledge what it is. So at least you subconsciously just know, like, I mean, this is wrong, but like, at least know it. And when I tell you this, everything I'm saying right now is backed by experience and like truthfulness. And it's not like I'm just telling you things from like, I mean, it's good to know. No, this point may sound so cliche, and they're cliche for a reason, because everybody gone through it. Everybody. So peer pressure is real. And I'm not saying that now you become like holier than thou and you're just like there seated with your Bible, not talking to anyone, not engaging with everyone. I'm just saying have a self-awareness so you know what is good, what's bad. And when you make your choice, at least stand by it and recognize that, oh, I'm only doing this so I can impress my friends. Just have that kind of self-awareness. It will really, really, really save you. Like, at the very least. Next point. The freedom you get in university is poisonous. It starts off like, yeah, now I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. But you can do whatever you want. Aren't you guys scared of yourselves? Aren't you guys scared of yourselves? Like, it's all fun and games, but like, it's really poisonous. But at the same time, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because now you know yourself more. You know what you really want to do when you're given the freedom to. It's like before you're just like, I'm living this life. This life is directed by, my parents, maybe my guardians, people I was living with. But now it's just like, you're your own person. So what are you gonna do now? So you end up knowing yourself more, but then like it can easily get out of hand. To keep that in check. Next point. Put your studies first. Oh my God. When I has come closer for this. Put your studies first. When I tell you, it's all funny, friends. Yay, friendship. Let's go out. Until 3 out of 7 of you guys in your friend group are graduating. Let me tell you, when graduation came around, you could all see, they're not graduating. Damn, like, it's just like, it was all fun. But like, you could really see, in fact, let's not leave people who did not end up graduating. There's some people who appeared in the first class list around like across all courses, but it was just like, hurry, won't you out every weekend? How are you in the first class list? Like, people are always out here, but then but your studies are very personal. How you deal with other people does not equal how you deal with the studies. Some people could be out every night, but then maybe they made a pact with themselves, like, before I go out I have to do like an hour of study. Like, you don't know how people live. Like, studies are very personal. Like, and then across you don't even know people's marks. You don't even know, like, you, of course, aside from the few who almost damn near make it known to us, but like, some people, my point is always remember to put your studies first, because at the end of the day you want to graduate. And when graduation comes, most faculties don't even joke. If you've not reached the marks out, they don't even care. They don't know listen what you have to say. It's because, like, yeah, you didn't do the exam, but how can they help? And then, if you've not met all the requirements of graduation, even if it's one small thing, you won't graduate. And there's nothing as bad. I feel like I can't imagine seeing all my friends and classmates just graduate and just, if you can if you can, please graduate with your friends, graduate with your classmates. I feel like it's not a good experience not to, and if you can control it, please take your studies seriously, and then do your best. Like, remember, it's a school like any other, and at least be sure about yourself. Next, be open to making new friends, but in the back of your mind, remember, no, not everyone is your friend. Now, I learned this the hard way. The hard way. Like, I remember I was very quiet in uni. Like, I wasn't as open. This is now a lesson I learned, like, after. It's not like something I experienced. I was very quiet and reserved and guarded in university because, like, I was going through severe anxiety. I didn't even know it was anxiety. I was just like, I was always scared to walk even through SCC. Like, SCC was our student center, so that's where we used to go chill, the cafeterias and all of that. But like, just walking across it would... Anyway, I was very guarded and never used to be open to people. So the moment like some people were like friendly to me and involving me in their things, I was just like, wow, this is so nice. This is so, oh my god, I'm making new friends. I don't know whether to go back to the past and just slap myself because everybody's your friend, and especially like if you're like that, if let's say you don't have many friends, you may think like anybody who's not interested in you to be anybody who's friendly with you is your friend. Please do not approach friendship from a point of insecurity. You will end up getting used, or like not many people are your friend. And in university is like a introduction to adulthood. People will lie to you because they can. People don't even need a reason to be bad to you. People will just be bad to you just because. I know that's such an insane thing to think about. They don't need a reason. They can just wake up one day and just... Not everybody in university is your friend. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody has a different background. Everybody don't easily trust people. Of course, I feel like the point should be like, be open to making new acquaintances, because these are people you want to maintain like a friendly rapport with, but don't let it trickle into friendship without appropriate like processing, like evaluation of people. Just be careful. Next point, focus on growing your confidence. Now, despite me going through a lot of anxiety in university, one of the few things that I had to quickly adapt to was becoming confident, because things like group work, presentations, projects existed, and it's just like, who's gonna present your project to the class, to the lecturer? Who? If not, like, no one else is gonna receive your marks. So like, the quicker you adapt to it, the better. And I remember discovering this in like second year, and I would volunteer myself to always present for my group. Now, I'm not saying that now, if you're struggling with anxiety or fear of public speaking, to now just like do things just because. I'm just saying, like, try and expose yourself. Even if I was scared of like talking to people, I would at least go and say hi to my classmates and cry later. But like, at least do it. By the time it's for there, by the time it's for there, everybody is tired. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody even cares how they look. People just to see the dress code was official. If it's official, it doesn't matter how it look. Color combination, it don't matter. So like, really expose yourself over and over again. And I feel like by the time it was for there and somebody is like scary, and it's just like, I mean, we understand, but at this time, fine, first year, second year, third year, by the time it's getting to fourth year, you should already have the confidence, especially around your classmates. So like, try and build your confidence, because you have no other choice. in one time or at one point you're going to have to speak in front of people, whether it's your classmates, whether it's in front of lecturers, you're going to have a project to present. So like the quicker you build it, the faster, the better for you. I remember during my fourth year project, I wasn't as confident in the work itself. When our project was to just like, there's a problem that exists, develop a system or AI or something that can help solve the problem. Now, I remember I had a problem, and the way I had the solution I had was perfectly intact, like the way I would envision it. Even the tables I drew for the system, everything was coming together. But then the product itself, like the project, like showing how it works, it wasn't like 100% the best, which is the case for most people. But then like I was so confident in my problem solution. I remember going in, and ironically, when I was presenting the project, it was a panel of like 2 to 3 lecturers. So I was just like, I'm explaining. They're telling me, okay, take us through your project. So I started. So the parts where that are not very finished, of course, I would like rush through them. Then quickly showed them the whole demo, and then it was done. And I was just there like, okay, so that's it. Then they ask you now 10 more questions like, how did you say this works? How did you do this? How did you do this? So I noticed like their questions are more inclined to how my solution solves the problem. But even the project, because the project was a mess. And I was just answering the question back to back because that's where I was most confident in, and that's where I focused my energy on. And then I remember towards the end, there's this lecturer who was just like, you're very confident in your project. You're very confident. Yeah. So I feel like, and then he wrote something down. So just like, okay, period. Now me getting marks of confidence and all of that. Point is, sometimes you just have to fake it until you make it. Like, and by that I mean like, show up, like show up for yourself. Like make it seem like you got have everything together. Like there's some people who I really thought were gonna get, okay, no offense to anyone, please, but the people who I really thought were like gonna get a first class, and then like they didn't. But of course, maybe by a small margin they missed. But it was just like these people had us thinking they were geniuses from day one. But then like that's what it is. Like even now, even if they didn't, in my eyes they're still like incredibly smart, because that's like the brand they sold us as like people. So like, oh, what was that? Ignore that. That's a brand they sold us. And I'm not saying to bash anyone, I'm just saying this because it was part of my experience. So if you're in my classmate and you come here, you tell us what you think, which part applies to you. Anyway, please and thank you. Proceeding, take advantage of your school's provisions. Full advantage. Now, every school has its own advantages and disadvantages, of course, but there's some extra benefits that some schools give their students, and these things are not as like talked about often. Now, for my school, I remember like we used to have this part of our school fees contained this small part of the school fees as part of medical insurance. So that means like our school had its own school medical center. So each year, that part of your school fees goes to the medical center. So if you're sick, you can go there and then your school fees covers it. But most people don't know that you can go a whole year and then it just expires. So the next year it has to be renewed. So let's say I've gone a whole year, I'm not really been there to the medical center that much. I would just go there and get, a test done, some tests done, because it's just like, I don't want my insurance to just run. So I'm just like gonna go and utilize my insurance. You know what I mean? Like I would sometimes go to the library, just walk around, see what's there. I found some interesting theses. That I'll just like peruse through, like take full advantage, because now once I'm done in the university, I can just casually walk back to the library like the way I used to, casually walk back to the medical center and just, like it's different now. And utilize your school's provisions as much as you can. I remember there's this time Nairobi, I feel like the whole of Nairobi had a blackout. And then people will go to school to charge their devices. And I remember entering like rooms and find people there with all their devices, their laptop, their phones, their power banks. That's charging all of them because our school had a generator. That's what I mean. Utilize your school's provisions because you're paying for this. And university studies are not cheap. So if you're paying it, use it. Next point. Wait, before we go, even some schools have free therapy for students. Free therapy for students. Like, you can go talk to a professional about it. Like, don't be afraid. Of course, ask your questions and all of that. But then, like, these are the kind of things I'm saying that you should use to the fullest. Proceeding. Remain assertive. Now, this is, of course, in life and preparation, whatever. I'm talking about group work. Do not be that one person who everybody dumps their work on you and just knows, oh, my work is gonna be done by Victoria, so like we're good. Or Victoria is going to make the PowerPoint, oh, we're good. Unless that's what you want, don't allow yourself to be that one person. Be strict with the quality of work. You always do your part, but don't add people's names to take your credit. Do not figure out how you're gonna do it. You're either a people pleaser or a winner. Because let me tell you, people pleasing never gets anyone anywhere. It will only keep you there. People to step on you, so you decide. Yeah. And that's it. Uni is such a wholesome experience. You grow in all aspects of your life. You have so much fun, and you're also like semi-depressed the whole time. But like, I feel like that's the fun of it. Like, I'm telling you, the day before my fourth year project like submission, it was like a Friday, a Thursday, I can't remember, but then the whole week was just like, oh my god. Like, it was so intense. Like, people are like, no one is laughing actually. Like, everything is so serious. People are like walking on their laptop, they're like typing, and then they're typing again, and then they're like, oh my god. Like, and then immediately after, people are like, okay, so where are we going out? Okay, yeah, people are like posting memes in the group. I'm just like, I'm not even recovered. But like, that's uni for you. Today you could be extremely sad, could be the worst day of your life, and then tomorrow just like the best day of your life. It's just like, it's the emotions for me. But I feel like that's what makes it uni. Enjoy people, because I feel like outside people are very peopling. People are very selfish. Everybody is looking out for themselves. People are on their own. So like, when you're in uni and all of you guys have one common goal, which is like graduation, it's like more leveled out. Of course, you guys have your own different parts or whatever, but like, it's more leveled out in a way. I'm not saying it is, I'm saying in a way. So it's much more easier to interact, but like, enjoy yourself. It's gonna seem really depressing at some point, especially with high moments where project is due, cuts are due, assignments are due, exams are next week, and it's just like, there's nothing funny in this moment. Like, you want to laugh, but you're laughing because you're gonna cry if you don't laugh. So yeah, enjoy yourself. Remember who you are always. Always trust your gut. Whatever if there's something it doesn't feel right, just don't do it. You may seem like the party pooper, you may seem like the person who's always scared like nothing's gonna happen, but like, if your gut is telling you nothing's gonna happen or something's gonna happen, please listen to your gut. You're never wrong. So that's it. And once you graduate, it's gonna feel worth it. It's gonna feel like, okay, yeah, like, you guys, I have a degree. little me, I have a degree. No, that's insane. Like it just doesn't clock to me like all the time. Every time, since I just casually sit down and I just remember like, I have a degree. Wow, me like. Anyway, I wish you all the best. Yeah, all the best in your uni endeavors or whatever you are. So, and please subscribe now when you're at it. Yeah, please subscribe and then comment. Leave your comments with either what you learned when you're in uni, what you're scared of to find out in uni. You know, like wherever you are, let us know. If you're done with uni, let us know what you learned. If you're going to uni, let us know what your fears are or what you're most looking forward to. And if you're in uni, like also tell us what you're going through. Like please let us know, because there's some we all have very different experiences. Me, my experience is very mild. It's what I would say, mild, but I know some people had very extreme experiences. So please let us know all of them in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.